Could the Boston Celtics be on the verge of a surprising shakeup as we approach the trade deadline? Rumors are swirling about a potential three-team deal that could bring a veteran guard into the mix, and it involves none other than our historic rivals, the Lakers. Imagine the impact this could have on our already stacked roster. Stick around as we dive into the details of this intriguing proposal and what it could mean for the Celtics moving forward. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated with all things Celtics. Today, we're diving into an intriguing trade proposal that's been making waves in the NBA, particularly involving our beloved Boston Celtics. With a fantastic 22-7 record, the Celtics are undeniably one of the top teams this season. Their roster is loaded with talent, which means they might not be looking for a major overhaul as we approach the trade deadline. However, there's always room for minor adjustments, and this latest proposal could be one of those strategic moves. The scenario involves a three-team trade where the Celtics are set to acquire veteran guard Patty Mills from the Utah Jazz, along with a 2025 second-round draft pick. In return, the Lakers would receive Xavier Tillman, while the Jazz would get Jalen Hood-Schifino from LA. Now, let's break this down a bit more. Patty Mills, at 36 years old, hasn't played in over a month, which raises some eyebrows. His numbers this season are modest, averaging just 3.6 points, 0.9 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in limited minutes. But let's not forget the experience and championship pedigree Mills brings to the table. He could offer some much-needed depth at the guard position, especially as we gear up for the playoff push. Now, on the flip side, Xavier Tillman hasn't really carved out a significant role on this Celtics team, averaging only 1.0 points over 18 games. It's clear that the Celtics are willing to part ways with him if it means enhancing their chances for a deeper playoff run. The Lakers, in desperate need of front-court help, could benefit from Tillman's presence, making this trade a win-win for both sides. But here's where it gets interesting. The Jazz would be acquiring Jalen Hood-Schifino, a player who has struggled to find his footing in the league so far. His stats, 1.7 points, 0.6 rebounds, and 0.4 assists, tell a story of a young talent still trying to prove himself. It's a gamble for the Jazz, but one that could pay off if he finds his rhythm. Now, let's talk about the Celtics' future. This trade, albeit minor, could have significant implications. Bringing in a veteran like Mills could bolster our bench and provide leadership, especially in high-pressure playoff situations. But, and it's a big but, does this trade really elevate our chances of winning it all? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, Mills has the experience we could use. On the other hand, he hasn't been impactful this season. You have to wonder if this is the best move for the Celtics. Are we settling for a player who's not shown much lately? Or is this the kind of veteran presence that can help guide our young stars when it matters most? I want to hear from you, Celtics Nation. Do you believe this is the right path? What's your take on bringing Mills in? I know we're all passionate about this team and its future. The Celtics have the potential to go far this season, but every decision counts. It feels like we're at a crossroads. Should we be aggressive in seeking out a bigger name? Or should we trust the current roster and make these smaller adjustments? Last night was a tough one for us Celtics fans, as we watched our team fall to the Orlando Magic 108-104. Sure, the Magic were missing three key players, but the absence of Jason Tatum was felt deeply in this matchup. Head coach Joe Mazzulla was open in his reflections post-game, emphasizing that he wouldn't use Tatum's absence as an excuse. He noted that the Celtics managed to remain competitive, but acknowledged that they hit a wall in the third quarter. Tatum, who was listed as questionable due to a non-COVID illness, attempted to play but ultimately sat the game out. This situation makes you wonder, could he have changed the course of the game? Mazzulla certainly believes they had enough talent to overcome this setback. He stated, "We have enough," which, while true on paper, didn't translate into the necessary on-court execution last night. On one hand, we've seen the Celtics thrive without Tatum in the past. Just last season, they won 7 out of 8 games without him. But on this occasion, the team struggled to find its rhythm, and it's hard not to feel like Tatum's absence played a significant role in the loss. Jaylen Brown, our reigning Finals MVP, did everything he could, scoring a game-high 35 points and grabbing 8 rebounds. But the rest of the team fell short, and that's a concern moving forward. You have to give credit where it's due. The Magic's defense was stellar. They suffocated our offense, leading to a season low of just 13 assists on 37 made field goals. That's a stark contrast to the ball movement we're used to seeing from this team. Mazzulla was forced to lean heavily on the starting lineup in crunch time, and it raises the question of how much more effective the team could have been with Tatum on the floor. As we look ahead, the Celtics now sit at 2-1 without Tatum this season. The upcoming game against the 76ers on Christmas Day will be a crucial test for the team. Can they bounce back and show that they are more than just a one-man squad? Or will they continue to struggle against tougher opponents? It's a pressing concern, and I'm sure all of us are holding our breath in anticipation. Now let's talk about the future. Does Mazzulla's strategy and reliance on key players give us confidence going forward? Personally, I'm torn. While it's clear we have the talent, the execution and depth are what truly matter in the long run. Do we need to rethink our rotation and how we approach these games without Tatum? This is critical for our playoff aspirations. And what about the fans? I want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about last night's game? Was it simply a one-off? Or do you think there are deeper issues at play? Do you believe this team can rise to the occasion without Tatum? Or are we risking too much by relying heavily on our stars? Let's discuss this in the comments below. As we gear up for what promises to be an exciting match against the 76ers, remember to keep the faith. We've got a talented roster, and if they can figure out how to play cohesively, the sky's the limit. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Celtics fans, and subscribe to the channel for more updates on all things Boston Celtics. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest news and analysis. Together, we'll navigate this season, cheering our team on every step of the way. So, what's your take? I want to hear from you.